Hey, how's it going, YouTube? It's TAG97 again. I hope all of you are doing very amazing today. We're going over the OSMUN Armory's AR-MP5 9mm. And also, guys, do not forget I have an Instagram. Just go down to the links below, find the links that says TAG97, click that, and go straight to my IG. You can look at anything you want in there because there's some things that's exclusive just for Instagram alone. I want to thank my viewers, subscribers, and of course my Patreon donors because you guys are amazing and I cannot do this YouTube channel without your guys' help. Man, what big support you guys do, and I really love and appreciate you so much. I also want to thank the donor for today's firearm, which is Skip from Amyntor Tactical Solutions. His link is also down below that you can check out his Instagram as well. And so let's get started. So okay, but right before I get into the specifications or educational part of the video, I want to say a quick disclaimer. Now, with this firearm, yes, it's from OSMUN Armories, but my business partner Skip, who is the one who lended us this firearm for today's video, he put some aftermarket pieces, including the barrel and a couple of other internal guts that have been changed out. So it's not 100% OSMUN's Armory's firearm, but we're going to get into that though. So the thing is with OSMUN Armory, he talked to me and said that he builds around a customer design. So there's not one standard formality of a firearm. He builds around a customer's needs. So hunting, match shooting / competition, and home defense, or whatever else the customer may want for the firearm. So let's get started now about those specs. So the overall size of this firearm with the SB Tactical PDW brace, not stock, is going to leave you at 21 inches collapsed. Fully extended is going to bring you to 23.5. So even with it fully extended, it is still pretty short and compact. Good for having as a car gun or for room clearing if you want to do that. Anyway, so going to the barrel. So the barrel is from Mil-Spec, if I pronounce that right, hopefully. It's a 5-inch barrel with a 1 in 10 twist rate. So we're going to get into that in just a second. But as you see, with it fully collapsed, it is really short and very compact. Okay, so let's talk about the magazines that this firearm comes with and what other mags are good with it too. The ammunition and the best grain to use for 9mm, most of them. So because we're talking about that, we no longer need to talk about this firearm at this moment. So I'm going to put it to the side and let's get right into it. So originally the AR-MP5 from OSMUN Armory comes with 2 KCI magazines. For today's video, we used the ETS mags or Elite Tactical System mags. Very good and highly recommended by me for sure. And we also used Winchester ammo today. We used 115 grain, and I'll show you a picture. Really reliable and always recommended by me for sure. Very, very accurate and always holds at 0 while shooting this kind of ammo. Very good groupings for sure, and you'll see that later in the video. I also recommend, because this is a 1 in 10 twist match grade barrel, that you use between 115 grain and all the way up to 147 grain. That is recommended by me. Okay, so let's cover my favorite part of the video, the trigger poundage test. Now normally I always count to like numbers and give you an estimation on how heavy that trigger is. Now this is a Mil-Spec lower and the trigger in there also as well. Now Mil-Spec is between 5 to 5.5 roughly on how much poundage that trigger is going to have on it. So let's finally get into it. The firearm is clear, I'm going to put it on fire. And I finally went out and bought me an actual test tool instead of borrowing my buddy's. So I'll make sure it's zeroed, which it is, as you can clearly see. How this works is you put it on a trigger, you pull down, and it gives you a rough estimate on how much that poundage is for each trigger. So I no longer have to look ridiculous when I count numbers, and you get a legit estimation with this tool. So here we go. I'm going to put it to the side. So the weapon's on fire, and we already cleared it, so we're good to go. Okay, look at that. So roughly 4.5 pounds. Now, when I did this before the video, I tested it at 5. I'm going to do it one more time just to clarify. 3 is better than 2, right? So here we go. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, 4.5 again. Okay, so maybe it was a bad estimation last time, but as the trigger says right now, it is a 4.5 pound trigger pull. Okay, so let's answer some questions that people were probably asking while watching this video. So what is the weight? That's probably popped in your head because this looks extremely light. And it really is. Even with after all these aftermarket pieces on it and everything, it's still really light. Trust me, it is. So ask OSMUN Armory if they can weigh in one of their barebone AR-MP5s, and he said that it's roughly 5.76 pounds. So it's extremely light. And like I said, even with after all these different changes to this firearm, it's still really light. Really it is. So it's a good pillow gun if you want to put underneath your pillow while you sleep, and a good car gun for sure. Now, let's talk about everyone's least favorite subject, MSRP. So the starting price of this pistol, bare bone, nothing on it fancy, just literally straight what you see basically without all the attachments, is going to be leaving you at $849 as a starting price for OSMUN Armory's AR-MP5s, calibrated 9mm. So it may be a little pricey to some people, but I always suggest you buy cheap, you buy twice, so you might as well put the money towards it, even if you have to save up for it. It is definitely worth your money, in my opinion. It's just awesome looking, for real, it is. So I would definitely recommend it, and it's also durable as well. Okay, so since I'm done talking about the specifications, let's talk about how I personally feel about this firearm. Now, there's always negativity and positivity in every firearm, even if it's a firearm I do not like at all, and if it's a firearm that I truly love, there's always something positive and negative about every review I do. So let's get started with negativity because I want to get out of the way. Now, there's not much negativity about this. These are my own personal preferences. Just keep that in mind, okay? So I noticed that I was having problems loading the ETS mags where it wouldn't go in just right, or it'd stick and you had to really yank on it. That's one thing I did notice for sure. I also noticed that there's no forward assist on it. Now, most AR-9s, they don't really come with a forward assist. It's not really common. But I will say that it would have been nice if it had one for sure, just to give it that little love tap if it got kind of like stuck and you just needed to rack it in, unless you just want to do it the traditional way and it just goes forward anyway. But personally, those are my preferences. I just wish I had that ability to just do a tap. I don't know if it's because I'm so used to an M4/AR platform, but that's just my own preference. Okay, so since I'm done talking about the negativity with this firearm, let's go over the things I actually really love and adore about it. So number one, I really love 9mm. Now, before the pandemic and 9mm skyrocketed all the way up to like the higher calibers, 9mm is really cheap and effective and very accurate, by the way. So I really love that it's chambered in 9. Another thing is it's really small, compact, very different from what I've seen on the market for sure. Definitely durable, and the material it's made out of, you can definitely tell this is very, very well made, and it's very sturdy. Even when I wiggle it, it barely has any play in it, which means when I go into rapid fire mode, it's not going to be like wiggling up and down with the upper and lower not matching correctly. So that was very good on his part. I really love that, trust me. And like I said, the forward assist, I wish that was there, but you can just simply just slap this and always pull it back. I really love this charging handle on here, by the way. And the fact that ambidextrous selector switch, either to fire or to safe, and it does have ability probably to put it to auto, but we're not going to talk about that. But overall, really cool design, very accurate, by the way. Hold zeros like you would not believe. Very, very dead on for sure. And I'll get later in that in the video explaining that. But overall, I really like it. I also liked the design, Cerakote that Skip put on it, so good kudos to him. And it's just really awesome, really. I don't really like little guns like this that are a platform of a carbine or a pistol configuration of like an AR-9. It's my first time shooting an AR-9 style pistol, but I have to say I really love this and I kind of want one now. So I may be hitting him up later for one after I'm done paying some stuff off, but definitely recommended by me for sure, and definitely durable. Okay, so the moment you're waiting for is a shooting compilation of this AR-MP5 made by OSMUN Armory, and definitely I cannot wait to show you. If you did skip to this part, I always recommend you go back to learn the specifications. If not, no fouls, it doesn't hurt my feelings. Just make sure that you hit that like button and of course subscribe, because it's always appreciated, it really is. Because I always love getting that notification pop up on my phone saying, hey, you got a new subscriber, and it makes me know that you guys love the content, and I welcome you to the TAG97 family. You are always loved and appreciated on this channel, I promise, you really are. So, enough of that being said, I hope you really enjoy it. Just know that I did one little special thing to make some people laugh. I did like a little trick shot or whatever, like some parkour stuff, but that's not any training whatsoever. I hope no one, tries to reenact that. Just know I did that for you guys, just to put something funny in there, but I hope you enjoy it.
Right.
So as you see, the AR-MP5 made by OSMUN Armory is definitely TAG97 approved. Awesome shoot, tough, definitely good build for sure, because I did, swing this a lot and got some dirt and dust all over it, and it kept functioning without any issues in that. Other than, like I said, the magazines that are aftermarket that had issues, not a big deal, but I'll live, right? So other than that, it was definitely TAG97 approved. Really awesome gun to shoot, and I highly recommend it for sure. Now I want to show you a target that I shot at 15 yards to show you the accuracy. The whole overall size of the target was 25 by 38, but I'm going to show you. So even though it was shot at 15 yards, it was still able to hold a really tight zero. I was shooting a 6x6 target, 5 rounds into it. 3 of them basically went to the same exact hole following each other, and the 2 other ones on the sides, I'm assuming either I jerked the trigger or I was just firing too fast and I didn't get a perfect alignment into that target. Other than that, it's really accurate, and for sure it was not the firearm, that was me as a shooter. Other than that, I got nothing more to say about this. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you hit that like button and of course subscribe, because it's always appreciated. Trust me, it is. I got nothing more for you. I love you all. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'll catch you next time, and thank you so much for watching.